Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and are the reason we're the instruments used to wake us up. Shalom to the Akim out there, spreading this truth in truth and in truthfulness and in sincerity. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who be like a speckled bird, but who be like unto the speckled bird, looking like the other nations. But the Spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, and shalom to the real sisters out there, who actually staying in order. This is gonna be a part two to that live. Because Esau kicked me out. It was getting too hot for him. Getting too live for him, so he kicked me out. But I wasn't done yet. So let me get into that article. Basically these devils are justifying it, man. They are justifying depopulating the world specific. They have us in mind specifically. They do. Yet the huge projected increase in the world's population this century is unavoidable. The size of the population in 2100 can be influenced now by. They think they're gonna be around ruling by then. The proud ass devils, man, think that their queendom is gonna continue forever. No, Esau, time's almost up. Can't be influenced, but anyways, let me stay focused on the point. Can be influenced now by international debate, government programs, and individual choices. Most specifically, an additional SDG to dampen population growth. SDG to dampen population growth would promote funding for voluntary rights. Oh yeah, based family planning. Oh, because that is what that was about. This approach has a proven track record of success. Devils. Not only in reducing births rapidly, but also in advancing the empowerment of women. Oh, and then they feed you that bullshit line that it's about female empowerment when it's not. And spurring economic progress. No coercive, quote unquote, population control measures are needed. So just fund the fuck out of abortion. That's the first suggestion they have. That's what their real goal is. When they tell you to abort your baby, really is because they want to reduce population, not because they give a fuck about your rights. All right, let me get back in it. I'll try to do that less. Just focus on the task at hand. I have a hard time doing that, but I gotta work on it. Reproductive rights and family planning have reproductive rights. You have the right to murder your baby, in other words. So the baby doesn't have the right to live. Just fucking abominations. And family planning are mentioned in both SDG 3, good health and well-being, and SDG 5, gender equality, which that's a philosophy of man too. Bible does not endorse that. But neither goal, but there's a place for everybody, but neither goal specific explicitly aims. I'm gonna have to try to focus on the topic too. Try hard. Yeah, Salakia for that. Anyone who may be watching, but neither goal explicitly aims to reduce population growth. As they currently stand, the SDGs imply that there is no longer any need to curb the global population increase, even though it undermines most of the goals. You see where they're going with this? As a result, there's a big risk that the world will achieve little of the 2030 agenda, especially in countries where high birth rates persist, most likely Jake countries. But we should not give up. Changes in population policies and norms can reduce birth rates. By adopting a new SDG to this effect, the world could just fuck it, Esau. The world could yet save the 2030 agenda. And of course, Esau, full of lies and propaganda. It's what he does. He's doing what the ancient Egyptians doing, except telling you it's good for you, and except with modern technology, whatever. But he's doing what they did. The Egyptians wanted to kill our people off because we was popping out. Our women was popping out babies, man, pumping them out. We is the original baby boomers, man. Our people was reproducing, like, our people were fruitful as hell. They don't like that. More Israelites, harder to control. Esau. This reads like that, man. Now, also, let me get it innovating the zero too. Exodus 1 and 8. Now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. Verse 9. And he said unto his people, behold, the people, the children of Israel, more and mightier than we. Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Esau's real reason. Verse 11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. Verse 12. The more they afflicted them, oppressed our people, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. Yeah, because that's a Jake thing, man. Our people actually, this is why Esau is shook too, because this is what Esau tried as well, afflict us harder. And that caused our people to reproduce more. Because our people basically, that's a way of stress relief. Fucking is a way of stress relief. So also, hey, they just led to more Israelites being born. That's all that happens. Verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. Verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. These devils, man. Well, they're copying the Egyptians. Because they study these ancient empires, and so they're basically copying them while telling us that it's good for us because they're the devil. In Egypt we knew it was because they was trying to do that. But in this queendom, they tell you that it's good for you. Abortion is a right. We should do it. It's a right, and it helps save you money, shit like that, You should do it. Yeah, yeah, they push it, that women's rights shit, saying that, oh, it's the right of a woman to murder a child, to murder her unborn baby, man. It's a right to do that. And then they push it for economic reasons too. Oh, you don't gotta have it right now if you can't afford it. Aiming at our people because our people are under the curses. So Esau just does it, but like in a crafty way, man. Because he's the devil. The heathens just do it. Esau do it, but in a crafty way. But the midwives, and he said, when you do the office of midwife to the Hebrew women and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. And basically, you see the same thing with Esau getting our women to, yeah, that's it right there. That's actually it right there. Abortion. This is like a modern version of that. And they just admitted it was like a part of that whole plan, man. Push that family planning, push abortion and contraceptives and shit. Verse 17, but the midwives feared power Yahweh. I did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. Because back then, our people knew who they was, and they were not as far gone. So they were like, fuck that. This was Eve in her right mind. She was not as far gone. She knew she was not as far gone. She was willing to she rather obey the Most High Yahweh than who was master at that time, the Hamites, the ancient Egyptians. Yep. But the midwives, yeah, verse 18, and the king of Egypt called, and not like you Eves today, who don't fear the Most High Yahweh. Shalom Akya Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak. Esau took down my last life. It was getting to live form. And bringing out Agenda 21 and how it link up to the pale horse and how it link up to the what the Egyptians did, these Hamites did, and how Esau basically copied copied them, and then basically added craftiness and shit. Instead of get our people to think that it's good for them. That's what Esau is doing differently. And now with today's technology, it's like, yeah, I was out there for a long ass time, all out on the highways. Hold on. Yeah, I was out there on the highways for a minute. Shalom. All right, let me get back on it. Verse 18, and the king of Egypt called for midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? Verse 19, and the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered. The midwives come in unto them. And they was kind of telling the truth. They are lively. We're we all, we're different than the Egyptians. We're peculiar people, a lot of these stones, but also, she was being she was using guile. They were using guile. They were being wise as a serpent. So they didn't get in trouble, but they still didn't have to go off, but they didn't get in trouble for not going off. Verse 20, therefore power Yahweh, and sometimes you got to do that, by the way. Therefore power Yahweh dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. They grew even more. And the ancient Egyptians were shook. Verse 21, and it came to pass because the midwives feared power Yahweh that he made them houses. Verse 22, and Pharaoh charged all his people, saying every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter you shall save alive, because a man bare the seed. So they that was basically martial law, man. You look at it, that was martial law. That was the Great Calling, Agenda 21. The original Agenda 21 by the ancient Egyptians. And I was getting into also the pale horse and the meaning of that Greek word there, chloros, because what do they call this agenda? Sustainable or green. And it's gonna bring a lot of death. It's that pale horse. Really, it's spoken of in the Bible. That green, the so-called green agenda, is spoken of in the Bible. Now, it's a pale horse. It's these elites. These elites are bringing all these disasters, man, to do that. And let me get Bill Hates. Let me get his speech. Bill Hates Jacob. Innovating to zero. Yep. Let me get what that devil said. That fucking cycle. Innovating to zero. This is original. This is a TED website right here. So what these cycles have, what this cycle has to say. Or maybe, hold on. Let me do this. There's a YouTube link I could get. Y'all can click on it. Bruh. Okay, yeah, that's okay, hold on. Yeah. Hold on, I can. So what this devil Bill Hates has to say. For those of y'all that ain't seen Bill Hates Jake. Bill Hates Jake's TED Talk, I'm gonna post it. Start calling him that too. Bill Hates Jake. What? I can't even. That logo. Okay. I was thinking, damn, Esau ain't letting me comment on my own live. Tripping. Here. Bill Hates Jake. For anyone that hasn't seen Bill Hates Jake, aka Bill Gates or Bill Gates of Hell, speech on Innovating Zero. Basically, this devil. I'm not playing because I've been told that you can't hear it. But basically, this devil, Bill Hates, basically he said that we gotta reduce. There's several. like he does, like he has like a fucking presentation and shit. So he has a like a PowerPoint type deal, right? And then one of the numbers that gotta go down is population growth. It's population. You gotta go down, or go down as close as you as possible. You know, and this devil fucking laughs like it's funny and shit. They find that shit amusing. But anyways, yeah, click on that. Y'all ain't seen it, or just look up "Innovating the Zero" Bill Gates. You know, this is what this devil wants to do. This is what the sustainable agenda, so called, is about, man. The green agenda, the pale, Chloros horse agenda, pale horse agenda. It's what it is. I can do this shit, dude. Yeah, yeah, man. Hold on. Basically, yeah, hold on. Get that little link. What? Tampa Bay has dodged a direct hurricane hit. Supernatural, supernatural forces at play. Huh. I gotta see that one. All right, hold up. Fuck. All right, Shalom. See if I can find a transcript to it. Or maybe it will play this time. I don't know. Hold up. Yep, this is where he's going with it. So first he's gonna talk about so-called carbon dioxide causing global warming shit, climate change, whatever shit, causing climate change or whatever. You know the usual, right? They causing it. And they heating the fucking earth with that hard shit. Even the long-term effects of art heats the earth and then contaminating, polluting the earth, spraying it with chemtrails. They're destroying the earth while pretending to save it. This fucking devils, man. You was here. Oh, if you can't click on link. Population, yo. Population. And this devil shows a bunch of Jakes and some Hamites. Jakes and Hamites. We know they aiming at all people more though. Yo, catch what he said though. Catch what he said though. Run it back. Just just in case. And this devil talks that fucking bullshit after. And then they're talking about population. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Read between the lines. Listen between the bullshit lines. Yep. Yep. And there you got it. There you got it. Bill hates. Bill hates behind that shit. That so-called green sustainable agenda matches up what Bible prophesy was prophesied or what I bring out earlier. That pale horse. That pale horse. You know, and when you look in the Greek word that's used there, where it says pale, where there's chloros, which means green, or it could be greenish pale, you know, green and greenish pale, you know. And hey, ain't that some shit, man? In the Bible, even tell you what. So Bible show you that, you know, show you what's gonna, you know, these devils is really gonna be used to bring about Jacob's trouble, using that agenda 21, man. You know, these devils even got guide stones out there, bro. Showing you they about this. Georgia guide stones. These devils trying to wipe y'all out. Georgia guide stones. That's Agenda 21. That's Agenda 21. Hey, call y'all about shim, y'all shot about shim, crocodile 344. Meaning 144 somewhere. Well, 2020 be the year the tenfold had to be indicated because he love to call us that. That's a byword for us. Georgia fucking guidestones, man. The Georgia fucking guidestones. The Edomite American Stonehenge. And on conspiracy, bitch says it. Hey, when they use that word, bro. Hey, when they use that term, stupid. And the number one commandment on there: maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, so-called a perpetual balance with nature. Maintain a manageable herd. That's what they really mean. But there you go. Telling you right there. And so, you could see it, what these devils is gonna bring, man. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, martial law, and any type of weapon is a sword, by the way. They got many. And with hunger, engineered famines. As you can see, using the fucking up the supply chain, fucking with the weather, and with death, causing like pestilences like that, like the grasshopper plague, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Because you know what? From these wildfires that's going on, this drought and these wildfires is going to dry up all. Okay, it's going to dry up all the. Basically, it's going to like create a food shortage for the beasts too, because the deer is not going to have nothing to eat. Hey, grasshoppers eating up a lot of shit anyways that's left. And the wildfires burn a lot of the vegetation down over there. So we're going to have left for the bears too, man. They don't have the deers is starving. They're starving. Got probably still have that. No, you still have that zombie deer disease out there, which I wouldn't doubt if they release that shit, just so motherfuckers won't even be able to survive out there. So what the bear is gonna live on, what the wolves gonna live on, raccoon, and they could come into the city, bro. The foxes, the coyotes, there are a lot of coyotes out there. They gonna come into the cities. They gonna be hungry. No, you're gonna have them. Yeah, you're gonna have that as well. You're gonna be hungry from the famines and shit, bro. These zoo animals ain't dumb, man. You ain't gonna be able to feed them no more. They gonna find a way to break out, or some environmentalists gonna break them out. Hey, some green activists gonna break them out, because they shouldn't be there anyways. Actually, that's unrighteous. Though they need to be out there in the wild, free, bro. These animals shouldn't be caged up and shit. Like, but Esau got everybody in captivity. And hey, they're over here now. A lot of these wild animals over here in America. And when just takes the right person, takes the right event to release them into the streets. And so you're also gonna have wild zoo animals as well on the loose. So the beasts of the earth. There you go. You know, and the dogs, not gonna be able to feed them. They're gonna be starving out there. You know, dogs are gonna turn on you. They're gonna turn on the people. Form packs of dogs. They're already vicious. The dog's already ready to tear shit up. You know, you just need a reason to be released. You know, you're gonna have packs of stray dogs. Packs of stray dogs, the biggest dogs. You could picture it. The biggest dogs leading a pack. The biggest dog pack surviving because it ate the other dogs. You know, chasing people down the streets like wolf packs. You know, the dogs to tear and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. You know, these wild animals, these that are already known about. These dogs, well, they're gonna become like wild animals. These wolves, these bears, you know, etc. Man, tigers, lions, tigers, and bears. Gonna have them out here, man. Texas got the largest tiger population outside India. I think even larger than India, because so many tigers is kept as pets. You know, and hey, the grasshoppers, something else. The grasshoppers wants to eat all the grass vegetation that's out there, man. You know, and just leave it fucking barren. It's gonna be bad famine out here. Just leave it barren. And then, you know, where do you think they're gonna go, man? Where do you think they're gonna go? Where the rest of the vegetation is? So you had the west, like fucking rest gonna be dry and cooked. And then the east, wet. You know, raining all the time, like here in Texas, the South. You know, it's raining all the time, almost. You know, they're gonna come here. You know, over here you have different problem. You have a mosquito problem over here. You know, you have the grasshopper problem, eating all the grass. You have the drought, you have the heat, you have the wildfires, just consuming everything there. You know, so you could picture it. America, the West, just dry, parched. Nothing left. No vegetation. Starving people from that. Famine caused by that, just by that. Prices go way up. The East. Fuck. I gotta be careful. The East, hurricanes hitting. You know, rain almost all the time, especially in the South. Rain almost all the time. You know, humid as fuck. So a whole lot of vegetation. Whole lot of mosquitoes. A whole lot of mosquitoes, which feed the frogs. So a whole lot of frogs, I've seen them too. Flies, a lot of them. A whole lot of frogs, whole lot of them. So what's the next animal to go up in population? What animal eats the frogs? The snakes is one. You know, snakes going up in population. You know, hey, rats probably going up too. Snakes, frogs, and then snakes, man. Texas, my state is big on snakes, man. The South is big when it comes to snakes, man. It's a whole lot of snakes. Whole lot of snakes down here. Voice is fucked up. It's a whole lot of It's a whole lot of snakes, down here especially. And then you have, like over there, they probably try to go in their crib and shit, cause it's hot out. Also that on the west part of the country, the east part of the country, and no vegetation. Oh, I gotta stop. I'm bruise myself easily. Shit. Uh, shit. No vegetation. So where the snakes gonna go, man? It's gonna be too hot for them. They're gonna go inside the cribs and shit. That too. There's a whole lot of evil coming to this place. And then you have the oh, here just having a whole bunch of them. So you walk outside, and you higher chance of getting bit by one. Tall grass, higher chance of getting bit by one. So plagues, man, plagues. That's a plague, and it's also the beast of the earth. It's the beast of the earth to devour and destroy it, man. Being out there devour and destroy. Jacob's trouble, the pale horse. Most High Yahweh using Esau and his sustainable green agenda to bring it about. Jeremiah 15:1, then said Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward his people, cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth, then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such is all for the sword to the sword, and such is all for the famine to the famine, and such is all for the captivity to the captivity. Such is all for death to death, sword to sword, famine to famine, all kinds. Captivity to captivity. So death, probably means pestilence, bro, because the sword is something else. Any type of weapon that Esau uses, you dying of it. The famine, such as for a famine to the famine, starving to death. Such as for the captivity to the captivity, FEMA camps. Verse 3, and as for, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds. Esau is using weapons to cause famine, using the sword to cause the famine. These overlap. And I will appoint over them like one cause another. Verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. The sword to slay, FEMA troops. First thing you think of, FEMA troops. These other weapons Esau has is, well, the FEMA troops will have all types. And, like drones and shit, other weapons Esau got. Direct energy weapons. Direct energy weapons is how Esau's bringing the famine. But he could direct that energy towards a specific area, blow your crib up. It's like a Death Star. Direct energy weapons. The sword to slay. So all types of any type of weapon to slay. And the dogs to tear. So the dogs, I went over earlier, dogs having no food because the owners can't afford to feed them, turning on them, and no food on the streets, so they eat other dogs and people. The fowl of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. So the fowls of the heavens, even the birds, especially the big birds of prey, man, owls, hawks, eagles, swooping down on people, swooping down people, especially kids, But hey, it reminds me of that movie, The Birds, man. Esau knows what's up. The birds turned on a whole village, bro. Was fucking those people up. No bird, you may even have that, man. Birds resorting to ganging up on people, man. They get that bad out here. There was a movie, there was a series that came out, way back. It was basically about the beast turning on people. All the animals turning on people, man. It's called Zoo. These devils know what's up, man. They show different ways that these beasts can turn on people. That they're basically weapons. They can turn on people. The beasts, the fowls of the heaven, the beasts that showed that. The beasts of the earth, they even show ways how bugs can fuck people up. They even showed that. How ants can fuck people up, They even showed that. If there's enough of them. Flies, probably, yeah. Definitely ants. Spiders. We already know that. All these animals, bro. In the sea, sharks. Hey, sharks, man. Them as well, man. All these animals turning on people, man. Turn on the wicked specifically. The wicked, the Esau, the wicked, the heathens, and who are wicked, but not the wicked, and the wicked 2/3 of Israel. Which is this chapter is referring to the 2/3. You're gonna have all types of calamities, man. Have snakes caught up in your crib and shit as well, getting out the heat, or because there's a lot of snakes, and a mouse or a frog, whatever, a pest try to get in your crib, and they're all competing for food, by the way, and a snake followed or something. Just calamities. Devouring, destroying. That's what the result of this devil's agenda 21 or agenda 2030 is now called. This is the result of his agenda. We're in 2021, by the way. It was called that because they wanted to make it happen this year. What looks like, they finna make it happen. Starting this year. I could see Jacob's trouble, starting, like getting that bad. We're at the beginning stages. We're at the beginning of sorrows right now. That very beginning of sorrows. But I could see it getting real bad this year, man. I could see it getting real bad this year. And maybe even the Lord coming back this year later on. I'm not going to put a time and a date. I'm just saying it's looking like it's coming close. It's bad out here, so I'm gonna wrap it up soon because I did bring out a lot. Let me see if there's any other articles to go over, and if not, then I'm just gonna have to wrap it up. Yeah. Sacramento residents to cut water use. I think I went over that. Sacramento Bee. I brought out an article from Sacramento Bee. AZ Central. Brought out some from them. Southwest summers hotter and drier. Con. Yep. They're making it hotter and drier. Hold on. Rate. Uh, uh, no. This article was published right, way back. They know the truth, man. They know the truth. Like, even these, man, this truth been out, man. Truth about Esau's Agenda 21, which is what a crafty counsel of the wicked as well. 500 million individuals permitted to live on the planet. Yep. 7+ billion. Yep. Yep. This is how Esau could do it too. You know, that's mentions them executive orders that Esau signing up. Esau's puppet Obama signed into office back in 2012. Yep, mentions that. And I remember when they came out too. I don't say, why do you think Bill Gates buying up all the farmland, bro? They could just give it. They don't even have to do much of this. You know, Bill Gates would just say it's my land ultimately, and so, yeah, I choose to give it to the government and some shit. Bill Gates could do something similar. His land and shit. It's basically them owning it either way. Commercials, man. It's like y'all can hear it. It's like if y'all hear that. Wasn't trying to play that commercial. Just popped up on me. Crafty counsel of the wicked. Secret counsel of the wicked, yo. And this is what these devils, in their conspiracies, man. These devils and their conspiracies. And you had Agenda 21 depopulation posted as job posting. The fuck, nigga. Like someone literally posted that as a fucking fuck. They're weird. Hold on. Nah, Esau's a proud devil, man. Of course. He's gonna do this. He's a proud devil at the same time. And he's getting more proud. He's slipping up. Their rejoicing is to devour the poor secretly. That's what Esau, that's what Esau lives for, man. Esau, that's his life, man. That's what he lives for, man. That's what keeps him going. Habakkuk, this from a prayer of Habakkuk. A prayer of Habakkuk. And it mentions that these devils is trying to devour the poor secretly. Habakkuk 3:13. Now I'm gonna start there. Thou winnest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for the salvation with thine anointed, Hamashiach Yahushai. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked, by discovering the foundation unto the next Salah. Verse 14, thou didst strike through with the staves the head of his villages. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was to devour the poor secretly. Yep, and that's Jacob's trouble. When these devils roll on us, they came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was to devour the poor secretly. That is what they plan to do, man. They rejoice at it. The thought of it. They rejoice, they relish it in it, for real. Psalm 64:1, hear my voice, O power, Yahweh, in my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrections of the workers of iniquity. Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in the evil manner. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, man. They shoot at him in secret. Unrighteous decrees is one of them. Unrighteous decrees, these plots and plans, propaganda, man. Propaganda, right, is one of them, is a way they do it as well, to demonize the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All this is aimed, all the propaganda about domestic extremism, man, is really aimed at us. It's really aimed at us. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. You examine it, you can see it. You was given the eyes to see. Well, if you one of us, you was given eyes to see, of course. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in the evil manner, they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? That's what they talk about doing, bringing us down. In their councils, the council of 13, the top one. That's what they talk about. Verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Heart, word for heart there, meaning lab, is lab, meaning your mind. So their mind is deep, and they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. They do their homework when it comes to this. They've been doing, this is something they planned since they crept out of caves, bro. This probably was in the caves, man. While the Black Plague was hitting us, man. This is what they was planning. Verse 7, but Yahweh, all these plans is being exposed, man. These conspiracies. Esau want to call it a conspiracy theory, to try to save his own ass, but it ain't gonna work. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded, and this has been happening. They got hit with that arrow. Verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All them that see them shall flee away. Verse 9, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of power Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doings. Yo, the plans, the so-called green agenda, the agenda 21, exposed. Exposed. Exposed is not because they want to help the planet, but they want to control the people better. You know, Esau, this damn devil, he wants to be the most high. You know, that's exposed, man. Yo, this article, raising rabbits. They knew that shit back then, bro. Been out. The UN Agenda 21 is a calculated, premeditated plan to depopulate the world. The evidence is literally carved in granite. Yup. We discovered the UN. I'm just gonna have to like get the point after this. We discovered the UN Agenda 21 plot as we research animal rights claims. UN Agenda 21 is primed to negatively impact the lives of everybody on this planet. You need to be aware of this United Nations plan. Innocuously named Agenda 21 Sustainable Development is the official blueprint for taking control of every aspect of the planet and removing any vestige of human rights from humanity. Yeah, they total martial law, man. They ain't go global martial law. This is also a cold, calculated, premeditated plan to do away with 9/10 of the population of the world, and at the same time gain control of all governmental functions throughout the globe. And what Israel is the sand and sea, right? So we're like the largest population. I mean, every time they kill us off, we bounce back. Here are some links that will give you an earful in the United Nations Agenda 21 plans. Oh, there are also many more. And it gives you several links. One by eugenics and depopulation.blogspot.com, Guidestones, HTML. You know, they expose that, you know. Got these half shooters. You know, they expose some shit, some truths. David Icke, you know, exposes that, but hey, says bugged out shit like that there's reptilians. No, man, they're just the serpent. Esau is just a serpent. He's a snake-like man. He's a snake-ass nigga. We got this last link, InfoWars. They expose some shit, but not all of it. Food and depopulation, Rockefeller family, because they're not going to expose all of it because they don't know the whole truth. Either they don't know the whole truth or they control the opposition. And that's part of that as well. According to InfoWars Agenda 21, sustainable development is an overarching blueprint for depopulation and total control over America and the rest of the world. There are no question that Americans are targeted for depopulation. Well, it's a lot of Jakes here, man. A lot of the Israelites is here, man, in America, in captivity. Pick up moment and tablet below, or courtesy of loveforlife.com. Yeah, they got this Georgia Guidestone. Just in case you got newcomers that don't know about it and shit. This is what it is right here, man. It's in Georgia and shit. Got a bunch of Guidestones and shit. Got a bunch of commandments on it. Esau's version of the 10 Commandments, basically. You know, got them in every language, basically. You know, almost like every known language. Almost every known language, I should say, right? And the first command on here is maintain humanity under 500 million, supposedly to be in perpetual balance with nature. Yeah, you know, of course, of course. And they want to guide your reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. They won't make it sound like a good thing, all this shit. Make it all sound like a good thing. But they try and do away with our people. Jacob gonna be targeted. You best believe that. That's what you best. These devils hating, yo. They fucking kicked me out of my live again. Getting too hot for them and shit. Mm. Going too much into their conspiracies. Yep. They don't like that shit. According to Infor's Agenda 21, Sustainable Development. Okay, yeah. Okay, I read that. Sounds fantastical, impossible, maybe. The person's coming, but they're like the elites that's behind that. Yeah. Let all nations rule internally, resolving internal disputes in the world court. Yeah, basically, yeah, and then some of it makes it sound like a good thing, and then well, they try to make everything on here sound like a good thing. Rule, passion, faith, and tradition, all things with tempered reason. Their philosophies. The one I want to focus on is Commandment 1: maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. So called. That's the one I want to focus on. Yeah, and it brings out how, Obama basically passed them executive orders, which is still on the book, by the way. The executive orders to seize farms, food processing plants, energy resources, transportation, skilled laborers during national emergency. The NDAA, which is still there. Trump didn't do away with none of this. Now now you got Joe Blow. Global takeover by the one world government. Esau. Hey, who funds it? Really, the same people that rule Babylon. The same people that rule Babylon. Rule the whole world and make it like Babylon. That's what their goal is. Make it like Babylon, but with no rights guaranteed for anyone but themselves. So basically, a United States of the whole world. That's their eventual goal, but it's some goals that they ain't gonna get accomplished. Because if they did, they would destroy everyone else along with themselves. No flesh would be saved if the Most High Yahweh did not send His Son Yahweh Shai to intervene and deliver us. We would all be through. Everything would be through. Would be nobody and nothing would survive. Be like the Lorax, but worse. Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. Yo, those days are gonna be shortened, for the elect's sake. Cause hey, this devil, man, this devil would keep on destroying. This devil, the reason why he's crowded everybody into mega cities, right? The reason why he's doing that is so the rest of the land would be his, basically. All the resources be his, and then he'd take all of it for himself and give us slop and shit. Give the people slop. Soylent Green shit. Soylent Green. You could see it. Soylent Green that is made from motherfuckers that was in the FEMA camps and shit. Along with a bunch of chemicals, a bunch of bugs, a bunch of chimras and shit. Just fucking witches brew. Made in a lab. That you get, that you order with the digital dollar UBI on your chip. Yup. And you order it with the chip in your head. That's Esau's goal, of course. And then you could control it all. You could shut it off. And you're just starving. Because Esau wants to be like the Most High Yahweh. But there's certain limits that he got. He ain't gonna go that far. He ain't gonna be able to take out the elect. That's for sure. So he ain't gonna, once you come to the elect, it's a wrap for him. Had the inability to either buy or sell, a global takeover by one world government, repeal of personal freedoms and property rights, and enslavement of humanity. Yeah, because they want to own it all, bro. The elites all own it all. They want to have tighter control, because right now, you still right now they make you pay property tax even if you own the land. So it's like, they own the land and shit. But they want to tighten that control, man. They want to tighten that grip to where your ass is in a fucking mega city in an apartment owned by those devils. Because landlords, because of the solution to rent control was the motherfucking government owning the apartments. I mean, the solution to high rent was the government owning owning the apartments. Nobody allowed to own anything, bro. You'd fucking rent from the government or something. That would be their solution. You can see, but it's only so far they gonna get. You know what? Damn, bro. Even the 500 million that's left, they gonna kill more of them off. You see, these devils is bloodthirsty. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Yeah, you see that brave new world that they want to create for the people. And then you power the matrix. The people power the matrix. The new updated matrix. Yeah, there was a little more. It used to be these mini movies that would come out. There was one came out on British TV way back. I still remember it, and it was and it showed that the people would basically, they would power it. They would make the energy with their bodies and shit. They would run and the treadmill and shit showed them, and they would produce it using kinetic energy in their own bodies. Yeah, makes sense they would want to do that. I mean, you power the whole, you power the whole fucking the matrix that you power your own slavery, man, your own prison, and then they feed off of it. They get a legit form of power and shit too. These devils, man, I'm telling you, they gotta go. They gonna go down soon. In the fullness. Let me get Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut to the ground, which is weak in the nations? And that's Lucifer, the word. Lucifer's a word, not a name. It shouldn't be capitalized. It should be all lowercase. It's a word meaning light bearer. And these devils call themselves what? These devils call themselves what? Illuminati, illuminated ones. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will cast my throne above the stars of power. Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the North America. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. These devils. That is their plan. And that is, and their ego thinks they can, their ego has them deceived into thinking, believing that they can do it. They can somehow pull it. Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They gonna fall. Like Humpty Dumpty, never get put back together again. Brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. The grave, man. Verse 16, they're gonna be in hellish condition, man. The grave condition. Verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? This the man showing you. So man. Verse 17, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Yeah, made the world as a wilderness. Look what these devils doing, bro. They'll continue doing it. They make the whole world like a wilderness, bro. Both literally and spiritually, man. They make it into a wasteland, really. Destroyed the cities thereof. They make the whole world into a dump, into a wasteland. The whole world. The whole world into a ghetto, man. Whole world. With them ruling. And us being at the bottom. Yep. And they cut down all the trees, man. They cut down all the trees anyways. All this our land and cut down the trees. They do it anyways. Be the Lorax. And to show you how it would be, man. Charge you to breathe and shit. Man, if these let me stop before I go on any further. Damn, you already know. Esau would charge out the ass. Okay, that's it. And that open out the houses of his prisoners, destroy the cities thereof too. The cities these devils set up, bro. The cities of the world when these devils came and take over. Hey, look at the cities. Look at how these Middle Eastern, these North African countries, a lot of them, Look how they was. Look how Libya was before they intervened. Beautiful. How Iraq was before they intervened. Beautiful. Syria before they fucked with them. Beautiful. Afghanistan, even that. Even Afghanistan. Beautiful. Before they fucked with it. You know, all these countries, Egypt, all these countries, man. All these countries before they fucked with it was beautiful. You know, it's garbage. It's a wasteland. It's a wilderness. You know, yeah, man. It's a ghetto. They open up the house of his prisoners. Now it's all their country's all fucked up, man. Their country's fucked up. Like the people is fucked up. The people is the people the people is like fighting against each other and shit, bro. Cause this devil brought war to their land. Their cities is destroyed. It's ruins and ruins, man. Cause all this devil do go around destroy, man. That's all he do, even destroy his own people. Verse 18, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. Verse 19, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. That's why this is going to happen. No more Esau. And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. Verse 20, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial. Not going to be joined with them slack, y'all. Ain't going to be joined with Slovakia. It happens. Hey, being out there at camp and shit for a long ass time. That could happen. But it's all right though, you know. Bring out the word anyways. Verse 20, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Never. No, the seed, yo, they're not going to be returned back to their land. You know, Esau is going to be done away with forever. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Verse 22, for I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith Yahweh. Their whole seed line being cut off. You know, also this land, you know, the people that rule it, Esau, and the land, Babylon itself, it's going to be completely useless and uninhabitable. Verse 23, I'll also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts. Nukes. Plain and simple. Verse 24, Yahweh of hosts is sworn, you know, it's going to do it, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have proposed, so shall it stand. Verse 25, that I will break the Assyrian in my land. These devils are the modern day Assyrians. You know, they oppressed the northern kingdom, and then the modern day Babylonians, they oppressed the southern kingdom. They're modern day Egyptians, they oppressed both. And upon my mountains, tread him underfoot, then shout his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. You know, when these devils are cleansed out of our land, you know, because it's these 1948ers in our land, you know, these top devils, man, the chief house that's in our land, the chief house of Satan. You know, synagogue means chief house. And that's pursuant to Revelation 2:9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. That's what that goes back to. those are who inhabit our land today. You know, they're the they're the chief house of our chief adversary. Satan means adversary. His burden apart from off their shoulders. This is what all this leading to. You know what? All this is leading to this. This is why I'm bringing it out. This is the end all be all. Verse 26. This is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. Verse 27. For Yahweh of hosts has proposed it. Who shall disannul it? Who's going to disannul it? Most High Yahweh say it's going to happen. Who's going to disannul it? And his hand is stretched out. Who shall turn back? You know, nobody, right? You know, nobody's hands is big enough to box. Nobody's arms is big enough to box with the Most High Yahweh. They're too short. You know, 1948ers, man, they're gonna be the cause of World War III, man. They're gonna be the ones that cause World War III, because they're gonna draw in the least of the flock is gonna draw in the Babylonian Edomites. America. It's gonna draw in NATO. NATO's first probably gonna be on the side of America. They're gonna turn on America. Yeah, you know, it's all there, man. Least the flock. That's Amalek. You know, the Most High Yahweh said he would have war with Amalek from generation to generation. You know, meaning never-ending war. The Most High Yahweh is always gonna have beef with Amalek. Jeremiah, I think I'll get the point. I'm gonna wrap it up. Yeah, I think it's time for me to wrap it up. 441, 144 backwards. Kala, Yalba, Shimi Al Shaba, Shimukah, Kadash. More signs. And hey, Shalom. Shalom, y'all. Hope this live was edifying. I want to the elect. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Shimi Al Shaba, Shimukah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who woo well. And Shalom to Akim. Oh, another reason why they're the instruments used to bring out the truth. And Shalom to Akim out there. Yeah, the first bring out the truth. Shalom to Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in truthfulness and sincerity. And Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations. But the Spirit bears witness with our spirit that they're the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, and meaning they're Israelites, and Shalom to the real sisters out there, you know, who actually, you know, staying in order and shit, and staying in order in a world that hates it. You know, Shalom to all the elect out there. So stay strong. Esau, you're through. You're going down. It's over for you. Your kingdom, your rulership, everything going down the drain. Enjoy it while it lasts. And you know, hey, stay up. You know, sincere Akim and Akwath. And stay up. You know, we almost out of here. You know, we're gonna get beamed up out of here soon. Just endure into the end. If you're the elect, you're gonna endure into the end. That's how you know. Hey. Salakia. Shalom. Stay strong. Abba Babal. Abba Adawam. Dead to Esau. Or dead to Babylon. That's to Esau. Abba Gawayim. Dead to the heathens. bought those debts at 2/3. You know what I'm saying? And hey, y'all Charlotte forever, man. Y'all Charlotte forever. God next, God forever. You know, Charlotte one, stay strong, stay up, endure to the end. Y'all rock this out, we all do. Y'all Charlotte forever.